So welcome back to week 5 of the full deck challenge run by Shana at Shana Art. All the details can be found below in the description box, but today we are altering a playing card with the theme of dark green. Hi everybody, welcome back. It's week 5 of the full deck challenge, and today I'm going to be altering this playing card, and the theme this week is dark green. Now, so here is last week's card, which was light green, and this has been sitting on my desk all week, and I keep looking at it going, oh, something's not right, something's not right. And what I've actually done since last week's video is just added in some text here that says dream big, and that's referencing the cogs in the brain here. And I just felt it needed a little bit of something else, so we've done that. But the other reason for showing you this is that one of the parameters for this challenge, of course, is to have a carryover piece from each week. And if you see this piece here, it's this scrapbook paper. So I have a couple of pieces of that. I have a piece cut into a heart shape here and a tag there, so I'm going to use a piece of that, and we're going to get on with the dark green for week 5. Now, as normal, I've pulled out my bag of scraps of the appropriate colour. So I'm going to have a shuffle through these, see what I come up with, and hopefully create something that's pleasing to the eye. Well, you know what? That was interesting, because as I went through my green scraps, and I thought I had a lot of scraps, what I discovered was not a lot of them were dark green. So I had a rummage in my fabric scraps as well. Yes, I have fabric as well as paper scraps. And I've got a few things here. But nothing's leaping out at me at the moment. I have this. I think the reason it's still in my scraps is that I don't particularly like it. But you know, this is all about using what I have. So I'm going to shuffle some of these around a bit and see what I can do. So there is my basic card, and in my head when I was planning this I was going to take these pieces off. However, I was thinking about Shana from Shana Art, who runs this challenge. I was thinking about her video last week, and she had some butterfly wings sticking out and sort of extending the card, and I think these tails are so beautiful. I don't want to cut them off, but obviously they're quite fragile. So what I'm going to do is to stick a piece of card underneath these to give them some strength, or a piece of thin card or thick scrapbook paper. I'll find something to go under there, and then I'm going to cut round them. And yes, that would have been easier to do before I put them on, but you know, sometimes we think about these things afterwards. So that's what I'm going to do next, and then I think I'm going to find a light coloured gel pen. I don't know whether that's going to be white or gold or another metallic, and go around those birds to give them a little bit of definition. So let's do those tails first. Well, do you know what, guys? I was so absorbed in this week's card, and I was just about to say, and here is my finished card, when I realised that whilst I have my carryover element from last week, which was this piece of scrapbook paper, what I don't have is my recurring element, which is a button. So I've pulled out my green buttons here, and I'm going to have to try and work one in here. I'm not sure how, so I'm going to play with a few, and I'll come back and show you the actual finished piece. Okay, so I had a look through all my green buttons, and I suddenly thought the button doesn't have to be the colour of the card theme for the week. It's just that a button is my recurring element. So I pulled out some other ones. I pulled out my metal ones, and I found this really cute little, I don't know whether you can see that. Will the camera pick that up? Anyway, this button has a shank, and I think I could snip that off, but it would then be quite difficult to attach. And I like this button because, as I say, I'm not sure whether the camera will focus, but it's got this really nice little sort of swirl, and it reflects the swirl and the shape of these mythical creatures. So what I've done, I've punched a hole. I'm going to push that through, and this is a piece of florist wire which I'm going to use to secure it. Now, what has just occurred to me is whether I can then incorporate this florist wire onto the front of the card in some way, and I think I probably could. I think probably I need a slightly longer end. So let's push that through a bit more, and then twist it so that the shank is held quite firmly on the back of the card. And then these pieces of wire I'm going to shape and incorporate as part of my card. Just adds another layer, doesn't it? Another dimension. There we go. And I'm going to turn this over, and you will see earlier I used the washi tape just to fix that piece of cardboard that I used to strengthen the tails. And so I'm going to use exactly the same, and I'm just going to fix a piece of the tape over the wire on the back of the card. Just one, to hold it in place, and two, just so it doesn't get caught on anything, and it will give it just that bit extra strength and keep it in the right position. So just make sure that doesn't show on the front. There we go, and by doing that, the wire on the front is quite firm and it's not going to move. So there we are. Yeah, you know, it's a little lesson in the fact that sometimes we do make mistakes, sometimes we forget things, but with a little bit of thought and a little bit of creativity, they're usually rectifiable. And sometimes the end result is better than what you had in the first place. So there we go. That's week 5 of the Full Deck Challenge number 3, run by Shana at Shana Art. I'm Jem. You've been watching Jem's Creative Space. Thank you very much. Please do like my videos and subscribe. It helps to spread my channel, get other people to see what I'm doing. And thank you for watching. Ka kite anō.